What's up, good people? Christian Allaire here from Christian Allaire Yoga. Welcome to Huntington Beach. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So nice to be with you today. We have a 30-minute practice for you today. Assumption is, this has become a theme with my videos, the assumption is that you've done some warm-up prior to the class, prior to watching this video. So if that is not you, you're not feeling warmed up. If you are in a colder environment, if you're practicing at home and you're having difficulty heating up the space that you're in, I'd recommend taking a hot shower prior to coming in to do a little bit of yoga. So that'll heat up the body. And then you take a few minutes prior to starting the video and do some cat-cow tilts, etc., etc. So you're like big time prepared. We're not talking Boy Scout prepared. We're talking like big time prepared. So with that, I would invite you to come into a nice seated position and start to cultivate some deep inhales and exhales, and do a few of those. And then as you start to settle in, you can feel like the body get washed over with the breath. You start to rinse out. And as the body rinses out, as the mind starts to slow down, then you start to come back to a more normalized breathing pattern, but still let it be free and easy and deep and rhythmic. And with that, hopefully you're getting prepared right now, getting into that seated position. You can either bring the hands into the lap or the palms of the hands on the knees. Wherever you are, just start to close the eyes and breathe. Please open up the eyes, and like magic, when you start to breathe deep and rhythmic, and when you start to pair that deep rhythmic breath with the physical motion of the body, the mindful movement, boy, it's powerful stuff. So with your hands, take it above the head. Let's just reach up and look up towards the hands. So you keep pushing through the butt, reach up through the arms, and then on the exhale, bring the hands behind you, fingers to the floor with the fingers facing away from you, and arch the spine back. So this is cow facing. And then we'll come back to center, taking a turn. Left hand comes to the right side, turn to the right side. Come back to the center, and we switch. Right hand to the left, and we take a turn to the left. And we'll come back to the center, raise the arms above the head. Really big, long stretch, big breath in. On the exhale, hands to the heart center, place the hands on the floor out in front of you, and then walk the hands forward. Slowly folding over the legs, dropping the chin towards the chest. And like a wave, we come back up. Take the arms above the head, reach up, and we'll take a twist again to the right side. Left hand to the right knee, turn to the right. Come back through the center, raise the arms, in breath. Hands through the heart center, turn left, right hand to left knee. Coming back to the center, let's come into cat and cow positions, tabletop position in order to execute on your cat and cow tilts. So your tabletop with the knees and the hands, fingers spread nice and wide. Let's take a look up to the sky, big breath in. Let's come into cat pose, round pull through chest, chin chest, pull in, and then change. Inhale, look up, breathe in. And one more set, pull in through pit of the belly, tuck the butt, tuck the chin. Inhale, change, breathe in. And then we'll come into downward facing dog. You do this like with a little cat pose and then a cow pose in your going down dog. It feels really nice. So it's an extension and a rounding of the spine. Take a couple of moments here to work your feet, pedal it out back and forth. Okay, yogis, let's come back into a still downward facing dog. We can either keep the heels off the floor if that is what's happening with your backs of your legs, or if you can plug the heels into the floor, do so. Push the floor away. Grip with the fingers. Shake your head around. Yes and no. No and yes. Twisted dog pose. Take the right hand across the floor to the left ankle. Twist open. Look underneath the left armpit. Pull through the pit of the belly. Change, right hand to the mat. Left hand, take it across to the outside of the right leg or ankle. Turn to the right. Back to center, dog pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step forward for ragdoll pose, top of the mat. Feet split. You can take your hands to the elbows, drop the head low. Hands behind the back, lace it up. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow. So let's really take your rinsing of the shoulders seriously today, because we're going to do a lot of this today. Palms touch, and you take your hands away from the sacrum towards the ceiling. Pull up and then over, so getting the shoulders to integrate. Okay, keep the hands, soften the knees, slowly come up with a flat back into mountain pose with the hands bound, and then back bend. Bow forward with the knees bent, hands bound. Drop the chin to the chest, set the hands down to the floor, really nice. Left foot comes back. Right foot comes back, top of a plank. Full breath in, down dog, exhale. Set the knees down for wisdom pose. You're gonna keep your knees nice and closed. Set your hips back onto the heels. Okay, we're gonna come into upward facing dog from wisdom pose. So you wanna arch the spine, soften the knees, bend the knees, and then we come upward dog. And then we come right back to wisdom pose. So it's a little articulation of the spine. Drop in wisdom. Upward facing, articulation of spine, upward dog. Wisdom pose. Bring it back, set the knees down, hips to the heels. Moving to upward facing dog. Drop in, lift up, downward dog. Awesome work. Let's take your right leg off the floor. Open the hip, fan the toes nice and wide, and I want you to look underneath your left armpit. Look for the right toes. See if you can see the right toes coming to the left. Square the shoulders. Keep spinning open the thighs, plugging in through the left heel. Coming forward, you're gonna bring your knee to your nose and step it through, right foot. Set the left knee down, modified lunge. Let's take the arms up sky, reach. Exhale, sink deeper into the knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, the hands to the floor. Let's step it up. Left foot to the right, halfway lift, intake of air. Feet together. Yogi bow in. Mountain rise, reach. Bow in. Fingers to the floor. Take your right foot way back. Runner's lunge. Down dog, you're gonna breathe out, left foot comes back. High plank, top of a plank for chaturanga, come into low plank. Inhale, upward dog. And we come down dog, breath out. Let's set the left leg up, three-legged split. Now you're not looking left, you're actually looking right. Underneath the armpit, right armpit, and you're sighting your left foot. Spin the inner thighs away, square the shoulders. Okay, top of a plank, knee to nose. Suck it in, step it through, left foot, set the right knee down, raise the arms up, modified low lunge. Breathe in, sink a little deeper into the left knee. Breathe in, exhale the hands to the floor. Let's step forward, right foot to the left, halfway up, breath in. Bow in, rise up, palms touch. Drop the drop the thumbs between the shoulder blades, arch behind you. Re-extend the arms, big breath in. Hands to the floor. Lengthen halfway up. And chaturanga, float it back. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3rd breath in. Empty out. Feet together at the back edge of your mat. Plank pose. Top of a plank. Okay, pay attention. You're going to come into low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Please breathe in. And from here, we're going to take wild thing. Bring your right foot behind you. Open up the chest. Back to upward facing dog. Come back forward, upward dog, breath in. Downward dog, empty out. 3 breaths. Inhale. Empty. Inhale. Empty. 3rd breath in. Empty. Feet together, back of the mat. Top of a plank. Inhale. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Now pay attention again. Wild thing, your left foot comes over. And there you are in a wild thing. Opening up the chest, stay nice and grounded to the outer edge of the right foot. And from here we come back into low plank. We come back through, upward dog. Then we come back to downward facing dog, breathe out. Rise to the toes, big breath. Bend the knees, hop it up. Halfway lift, bow in, rise up, bow in, Utkatasana chair pose, sit down into the hips, lift the toes. Breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Pay attention, wild thing, right foot comes across. Runner's lunge, right foot to the top of the mat. Pause here, spin the left heel flat, okay? Interlace the hands behind your back. And we're going to take it into a back bend with the palms bound. We lift up. Backward bend. Keep going back. Humble warrior. Right shoulder comes to the inside of the knee. Take the hands away from the low back. Dip in. Keeping the hands bound, coming back up, straighten the right leg, pivot the right toes. Arch the spine, back bend, keep the hands bound, fold in. Pigeon toe the feet in, take the hands away from the sacrum, drop the head down, stretch into the backs of the legs. Keep the hands bound, rise, pivot the right toes. You're gonna bend back in with the hands bound, back bend, humble warrior. Drop it in. Coming back up, keep the hands bound, spin the left heel up towards the sky so you're in crescent lunge style leg. Keep the hands bound, you're gonna lean forward. We're gonna take stork pose. You're gonna lift your left knee up. Okay, you're going to bring your left ankle over the right knee. With the hands bound, you're going to sit down into the hip. If you can, lean forward over the left inner shin. Take the hands away from the low back. Stretch it up. Three, two, stork pose. You're going to stand it up. You're gonna release the hands to the sky, kick your left heel forward. Airplane pose, slow bell, into high lunge. Left foot comes back. Take the hands up to the sky, palms touch, thumbs drop between the shoulders. So it's like a reverse Anjali Mudra. Warrior 2. Open up. Another breath. Another breath. Reverse the warrior in. Exhale to Chaturanga, Dandasana, low plank. Send the right foot back. Upward facing dog, breathes in. Downward dog, breathes you out. 3 breaths. Third round, breathe in. Empty out. Feet together, back edge of your mat. Top of a plank, inhale. Low plank, exhale. Upward dog, in breath. Wild thing, left foot comes across. Now you're sealing the deal with the outside of the right foot. Open it up. Runner's lunge, left foot is going to come to the top of the mat. Spin your right heel nice and flat. Lace up the fingers behind the back. Come all the way up into the back bend. Square the shoulders so your fingers are pointing towards the floor. You're arching the spine. Integrate. Humble warrior. Draw the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Chin to the chest. Equal power and balance in the legs. Keep the hands bound. Rise up. Pivot the left toes. So your feet are split. You're in that wide stance. Arch the back. Keep the hands bound. Bow in. Let's take the hands away from the low back. Try to keep that palm to palm grip. Really working on the shoulders here. Okay, yogis, rise. Keep the hands bound. Pivot the left toes. We take one back bend. So you're in Warrior 1 style. Humble the warrior. Drop it down. Inhale, back up. Now kick your right heel off the floor. Your hands are still bound. Keeping the hands bound, we take it into Stork Pose. Your right leg is lifted, your hands are still bound. Right ankle comes over the left knee. It is a modified funky chair. Sit the butt back. You want to lean the chest over the right inner shin. Take the hands towards the sky. Okay, this time we take it to full Stork Pose. Release the hands. Kick your right heel forward, extend up through the arms. Airplane pose. Airplane pose to high lunge. Take the arms up. Okay, you're gonna take a full breath in and then open up to 2. One more deep inhale. Empty. Reverse. chaturanga, low plank. Bring the left foot back, drop in. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, down dog, breathe out. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in. Empty out. Okay, come to your toe mounds, rise. Bend the knees, float it forward. Halfway lift. Bow in. Chair pose. Sit down into the hips. Sit your butt onto the floor. Send the legs up, boat pose. Hands behind you, fingers facing the butt. Low boat. 10 times. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set the heels down onto the floor. Take your arms up, breathe in, fold in. Halfway lift, fold in. Release into a rock and roll vinyasa. Grab the backs of the knees, rock back, plant the hands, shoot it back, low plank. Inhale to upward dog. Wisdom pose, we come back, set the knees down, hips onto the heels. Sitting up for camel pose. We bring the hands to the sides of the hips, hands behind you so the heels onto the low back, split your knees apart, and then start to go back. Now maybe this is far as what is practicable for you. If you would like to go a little deeper, take a hand to the heel with the thumbs on the outsides of your feet. Drop the chin back, open up the chest. Bring the hands back to the hips and release out of the back bend. Wisdom pose. Knees together, hips on the heels, hands down. Downward facing dog, hips up. Just pedal it out just a little bit here. Okay, half pigeon, send the right shin forward, right knee to the right wrist. Okay, we're going to come up. Mermaid pose. You're going to bring your left heel in towards your tailbone. Pull the left heel in towards the butt. And if this is all you got, no problem. You want to work the top of the foot into the crux of the elbow. Left hand kind of smacks the back of the head. Right hand reaches towards the fingers. Open it up. That's your mermaid pose. Release, coming back to down dog. Step it back. Pedal out the feet, move the hips back and forth. Left side pigeon. Left shin comes forward. And release coming up. If you're gonna take pigeon, if you took pigeon on the other side, try it on this side. Right heel comes in towards the tailbone. Pull the right heel in towards your butt cheek. I see about stretching into the front of the right quadricep. Okay, you can work the top of the right foot into the crux of the elbow. And then connect the hands. Beautiful work. Okay, release out of mermaid. Again, you're going to swing both feet out in front of you. Bring your feet together. Breathe in, reach up, fold in. And release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet inward. And then with this fingers, the thumbs, connect the inner arches. And then start to take a lift, lifting up through the chest, spine lifts up, breathe in. And then fold in, keeping the chin lifted, push into the inner thighs at the elbows. Fold in. Some people will be able to fold way down where the chest almost hits the floor. Other people like myself, if I get down 10, 15 degrees, it's a good day. Just work with wherever you are. It's not about the depth, it's just simply about the practice. Getting on the mat day in, day out. Okay, Janu Shirshasana, let's release out of this pose of Baddha Konasana. For Janu, take your right foot out, sole the left foot into the inner right thigh. Take an axial extension, reach up, and then fold in. Peace sign fingers to your right toes. Drop the right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Send the left arm up. Twist open to the left. Open up. And take the right arm over your ear. Twist open. And release coming back up. Let's send the left foot out in front. Right foot comes in the inner thigh. Hips rooted into the floor. Inhale the arms up. Fold in. Left peace sign fingers grab onto your left big toe. Left elbow to the inside of the shin, right arm up, twist, open. Send the right arm over your ear. Beautiful, coming back up. Make your way onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Snorkels with your knees in the counterclockwise or clockwise direction. Switch directions. Happy baby. Outsides of the feet. Draw the knees towards the floor. When removing, send the left leg forward. Hug the right knee outside the rib cage and then towards the right armpit. Keep the back of the head on the floor. Stay active through the left heel. and supine twist. Draw the knee across. Center, knees to the chest. Again, make circles with the knees, either direction, neutralizing the spine. When we're moving, right leg forward, left knee in. Twist. Bring it across. Back to the center. Draw the knees again into the chest. Making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Find your sits bones on the floor in Padmasana or whatever campfire style position feels good to you. And we're going to end right where we began, with the palms of the hands on the knees. The eyes are closed. Just taking a moment here to settle back in. I would encourage you to bring something to mind, something that feels a little like gratitude. Something that is working for you in this life, in this moment. And then draw some energy in to that feeling in order to propel it and grow it. Float the hands to the chest, heart center. Draw the hands above your head. Keep the palms connected, lifting up. This symbolizes connecting your individual self with the universal self, a higher state of being, a higher calling. Take a deep breath in, and then bow forward, hands through the heart center. And releasing, coming back up. Opening up the eyes. Just a quick thought of gratitude towards you, the folks out there in YouTube land, and my sincere gratitude for checking in. Thrilled with how this channel is growing, and would encourage you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down on the right hand side, and share these practices, make comments. Love to hear from you all, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much.